chains, knock 'em out the box, I'm on Doc's main. Key ring full of water data. I gotta pray that my ASIC incinerators blow the mind like a creeper one time in my circus divine. A fine way to keep the power bill in check. My equipment is starting to sweat from the heat. Crypto anarchy becoming a threat. So elite. You know rappers like to rock pools. I got fools who can't swim in, but I'm collecting a spice like a Fremen. So you fools get stepping and get to choosing your weapon, because the deafening roar of indefinite war is epic. I found a new way to debit the people. I generate an address, then I generate a sequel. I get medieval when I'm taking payment, cause I don't want the NSA all stuck up in my anus. Yeah, and I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm scaring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul to flow. In the algorithm, gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm staring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul to flow. In the algorithm, gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. You know rappers like to sell drugs, but you do it on the streets and you're deader than Google Buzz or Google Plus. There's a road made of silk if you must. Get your hustle out of chemical rush, avoiding the brush with the law. Can stop them all cause they got it anonymous. The ones that play it stupid, they get thrown in the bottomless pit. Don't even know how to cut up them layers of the onion. So let the players play pumpkin. Hash function, pumping and dumping. Manipulate the market, flooded from the darknet, flooded from the deep web. Keep it a secret. Every exchange got the nerdy brains trading on the frequent. Wonder where the league went. They left the cement, looking for the promised land. Online beaming. Up Scotty, this the future decentralized swag. Keep the work in your laptop bag. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm scaring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul to flow. In the algorithm, gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy living. I'm a Bitcoin baron, I'm scaring the status quo. Got that crypto going at that foul to flow. In the algorithm, gon' get him until prison sentence or to prison. And that's a nerdy
Hello, everyone. Finally, our MS session with co-founder and with the CEO of the ARPA projects is started, and we see here Felix and Yemu. So both of them are here with us, and I'm very welcome. I'm very excited that a new project called Bella on the ARPA goes ahead, goes viral. Now, from this moment, I think from the beginning, we have to welcome you, Felix, and welcome you, Yemi. Just a couple of words from your side, and we going forward.
Sure. Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, Russian community is always one of our largest, most active, and the things that we value the most. Especially, our partnership with Nick, Sergey, long-term friends, and I like you guys always. So
okay. Actually, I'm sure that all Russian community clearly speak English and understand what are we going to talk about. That's why go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Well, do we have a translator on site or no?
I think we have.
Actually not, but we're going to do it via subtitles. I think it's fine.
Okay, so we better speak slower, right?
Yes, please. If you can, yes, please.
Okay. I like your sarcasm.
Felix, I think we have to start from you, because you are CEO of the company. Please describe yourself. What do you do, and what kind of project we have to be heard in near future?
Sure. Okay. It's actually I've never done like an English AMA on Bella. We've done plenty of AMAs, for ARPA, and so I was at the digital summit, talking about our DeFi initiative a couple months ago, right? But this is the first time that we officially introduce our Bella project, and how is it related to ARPA, and how are people going to benefit it from ARPA holders, and also what are the product lineup and the reason why we are doing this, and our final goals for Bella and also and for ARPA. So my name is Felix Xu, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of ARPA, and the same with Bella. It's my co-founder Yemu, CGO, and my great partner for ARPA and Bella. So just to give you some background color, ARPA was founded in early 2018. So it's a long-running project. We are listed on several exchanges, great liquidity. And early this year, we started Bella, because we know that DeFi is great opportunity. There are a lot of pain points that we should address. So maybe Yemu, you can give a couple sentence intro on Bella.
Sure. So my name is Yemu, and I am the co-founder and CGO at ARPA and Bella. So we want to build a DeFi platform that's so easy to use with zero gas fees, and everybody can join and benefit from. So that's Bella, a very simple and elegant concept. And then we are making this a reality.
Okay, good. Guys, I don't know how it's happened, but DeFi projects now going extremely viral. All the people around in blockchain industry goes to mind-blowing what's going on inside and how it works exactly. That's why it's much more very audience on your side looking forward what's going on by Bella, by ARPA, because they are interested in DeFi projects. Really, it's huge interest. That's why please describe how it works.
Sure, of course. So DeFi is definitely taking off, and I don't think it is not just a hype. It's sustainable. I will explain why. Because I think DeFi, at the root of DeFi, is actually taking away all the DEXs and all the DeFi protocols. They are taking away the profit from centralized exchanges. For example, if we provide liquidity on Binance, they will not give us anything, no rebate and anything. But if we provide liquidity, add liquidity to Uniswap, Balancer, and all the protocols, they actually give us the share of the trading fees, right? So even though Uniswap doesn't give out any platform token, they can still sustain a 20-30% return for the liquidity providers, which is sustainable for long term, as the DEXs are growing their market share more and more and eating the cake from centralized exchanges. And maybe Yemu can address on the pain points for the users right now.
For sure. If you allow me to share our screen, I'd like to show all of you a survey that I have done back in July.
Yes, you have the learns, but I want to mention that Binance as well, looking for the opportunity, be somehow engaged in this DeFi industry, and also trying to make profits, to make benefits for the people who are staking, for example, BNB. It's my opinion. I'm sure that they are looking on that way as well.
For sure.
Yeah, we are in talk with them. I mean, like for product integration, for a lot of collaborations, we have good relationship. But we just want to kind of go through the reasons behind what we are doing, like for Bella, and like there are a lot of issues for DeFi industry right now because like even though it is a lot of people are talking about it, very few people are actually participating in it. Less than 1%. So Yemu can maybe like go over.
Yeah, for sure. So so if you guys think about it, so last time you exchanged your USDT or BTC or Ethereum into DAI or USDC on Curve, and then eventually deposit into a yield farming platform, well, they're essentially so there are hefty transaction fees involved, right? So back in July, we conducted a survey around the globe, and we collected over 700 valid answers, and we compiled this survey and then shared it across all platforms around the globe. So I'd like to share with you briefly about what our findings are. So some key takeaways, right? So several pain points, huge pain points of DeFi industry is one, of course, high transaction fee, and then two, high barrier to entry for normal users like you and me, because it's very complicated to interact with smart contracts for the existing DeFi products. And three, it is really very poor user experience that's blocking even more users from entering the DeFi space and participate into the crypto field. So it's only the whales and institutional investors are yield farming right now, and who are taking away most of the profit from the game, right? So we found that most of the people around the world, they want to see the transaction fee to be lower than $2. Note that that's only a fraction of what the current transaction fee is. $2 versus $100, that's a huge difference. And then two, most of the users what they want or they anticipate the annual return to be at least 15%. So that's the threshold that most of the users are willing to adopt or enter the DeFi space to do yield farming or to do asset management. These are the two biggest takeaways from our findings. Felix, do you have anything to add?
Sure. I think we can just look at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though have heard of DeFi, very, very high percentage of people have heard of DeFi. But and also a big percentage of people have invested in DeFi tokens, but actually less than, I think in this survey for experienced traders in the ARPA community, there are only less than 10%, 20% of people do the yield farming and provide liquidity. And if we look at overall crypto traders, there are at least 5 to 10 million people around the world. But for DeFi protocols, their unique address is really less than 100,000 combined all. So that that is the very big contrast, that a lot of people have heard of it, but none of the people are using it, right? And all these DeFi protocols right now, they give out 100%, 200% yield, which is super high, because if you keep stable coins in the exchange, you get nothing, right? So that's why we started Bella early this year. Actually, we fixed the idea in March, and we started do all the surveys, deep dive research, and also product design, right? So we want to bridge this. We want to democratize yield farming from all the whales that can afford a gas fee into smaller traders with $10,000 to $30,000 check size. So we must have the good tools, and we must automate everything to make it very low gas fee or even zero gas fee. So we subsidize it. So that is the main purpose of building Bella.
Guys, if you don't mind, I already have the first question for our online viewers, and his question is very simple. What are the difference in the orientation of ARPA, Bella? Just give us a little bit more information.
Sure, maybe Yemu can take it.
Sure. So at ARPA, our focus has always been privacy preserving computation, and there is one subfield in privacy preserving computation can benefit DeFi field in the long run. That is called threshold signature. So what threshold signature does is that it can essentially enable cross-chain custodian service between BTC and Ethereum assets. So this way, the asset class in Ethereum on Ethereum chain can be enriched indefinitely, through the growth of BTC. So that's the that's the long-term goal of ARPA, right? And then in the short term, the reason we are building Bella is that we need a product that will attract users, real users, to use our DeFi product, and then to accumulate as well as to attract more traffic. So that way, in the long run, we can realize what our goal is, which is essentially to build a highly reliable and highly usable DeFi infrastructure. In a short sentence, Bella is our short to midterm product and goal, and then what we really want to achieve is to achieve cross-chain interoperability.
Yeah, it's kind of the synergy, so for ARPA, we actually look at DeFi back in late last year. And at first, we try to use multi-party computations. One of the use case of it is called threshold signature, which, secret share, one private key, it can be secret shared into different pieces, and, they kept safe by different kind of nodes, right? So every time when you want to use that BTC, you have to do like a secure computation, use threshold signature scheme, and then you can move that BTC. So in a cross-chain perspective, basically you can secret share it, to keep it safe within different nodes, and then you mint one ERC20 BTC, right? But then so this is a huge project that we have to figure out how to build a BTC relayer, and which is very hard. And also we need to get different protocols like Maker, like Compound, like Avi to support our version of ERC20 BTC. But then we are not in that DeFi circle yet. So that's why we face a lot of difficulties, to market this cross-chain BTC. So early this year, we did a lot of survey. We decided that in order to expand in the asset part, to do the cross-chain BTC, we have to have our own users. We have to have our own product that's customer facing, right? So think about it as there are two directions. One direction is the traffic and the funding. The other direction is the asset, right? So we want to expand that asset into BTC, but here we have to use the traffic that we gather from Bella, right? So basically in the future, Bella and ARPA are gonna go hand in hand and create a lot of synergies for the whole DeFi ecosystem. So
okay, guys, I have just a little question concerns to the DeFi, concerns to the transactions going on, because we clearly see that Ethereum platform is overheated. Really, it can be action now very good. That's why transaction is so high. In my understanding, on the ARPA, you are using your own blockchain, your own platform. Am I right? That's why it's.
No, that's not right. ARPA is a layer 2 solution that we built on Ethereum, right? So.
Wow. Now I got you.
We are a developer. We are actually a proud developer on Ethereum, because I really like the ecosystem that Ethereum is building. Not only the developer tools, but also stable coins, all different assets. It's just not. And I don't think other blockchains can even compete with Ethereum. And DeFi is inevitable, and it can only happen on Ethereum, I believe. I'm not very bullish on Tron. I'm not very bullish on other blockchains. No. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, what I see a lot of developers which are doing smart contracts on Ethereum platform and now looking for the opportunity how to make that gas fees much more less, going to your site and trying to ask, how do you do, guys, and how can we do use it on our issues as well. If you don't mind, I'm going forward for our MS session for the questions, because just have a look. How do they come from? Yeah. Wow.
That's so many questions.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions.
It's
You know, guys, we have to start from the top one. Yes. Then the question is from the user number. I didn't want to mention it. If I'm an investor and I want to invest in the project of ARPA, how could this project show his upcoming feature so that is convinced to me to invest in the project? So I'm an investor, feel secure to a project. It basically, I had started about the project, I had associate, it's wonderful team, but why it's going to not getting hype in the market, and what's the reason behind it? Like other crypto get hype and later of small period of time. Yes, I think you got the question.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can take it.
Yeah, so a short answer is, well, we're here to stay. And here's why, right? So ARPA started 2 years ago with a mission to revolutionize the crypto world. And then we have been in this for 2 years. We were born in the bear market, and then now we have, three major enterprise partners across the world. And then we are listed on some of the largest exchanges, including Binance, Huobi, Bithumb, Gate, KuCoin, to just name a few. And we have a 10 language community group around the world, including Russian. And that's totaling 40,000 people. That's something that we have achieved in the past year alone. And for Bella, that's what we believe is going to further fuel ARPA's future goal and the current development, and then it's going to make ARPA ecosystem even stronger and more resilient, because the ARPA and Bella projects are going to have so much synergy, not only in token economics, but also in partnerships, and then for the whole community as well. So I mean, that's the short answer.
And also, I think like ARPA is pretty hyped. Like in the past months, we got like tripled in the price, and then like since the March low, like the lowest level in March, we were up more than 10 times. So I'm very satisfied. I'm not sure for you guys. But then like we are working on it. We try to make Bella more popular, and then so like ARPA holders will definitely get airdrop, right? And we're gonna do like several rounds of airdrops. We're gonna do it like in different ways, and we might push the exchanges to do the IEO for Bella using ARPA. So you're gonna find that exchanges that want to collaborate with us on that front, and also like gonna do a lot of marketing on Bella. So I'm sure like the two will have like a good hand in hand synergy. Yeah,
for sure.
And
okay.
we are not just want to be hyped for for a shorter period of time. We want to be hyped for a year or like even several years, right? So we gotta do it slowly, right? We're gonna pace ourselves. We are not that project that's go like up and then just go down forever. Yeah. So be patient. Yeah.
Felix, I think it's the best way to be hyped because your token is listed on the Binance. You have very huge liquidity. I think it can be done. Yes, why not? Why not? Okay.
Exactly. So we have experience, right, building ARPA, and then we're going to transfer 100%, if not 200%, of that experience into building Bella as well. And then I think we both believe that a very essential part to success of a token project is not only a solid, fundamental as well as partnerships, but also a very good liquidity around the world, right? And that's where the benefit and advantage of crypto world is to, when compared to the traditional stock market, right? Because people can access the liquidity around the world, and that's exactly what we've done, right? So ARPA is listed on almost all the major exchanges around the world. And then we are pursuing more regulated exchanges as well in the future.
Okay, good, guys. I would like to ask this one question. Yo Zit, how and what And how and by what means will the commission level be reduced to zero gas free? How it's possible on your platform, or how it's possible on the layer 2 based on the Ethereum?
Oh, actually, yeah. So like there are, I mean, like based on a survey, the single biggest reason for people to participate in yield farming is that they want to have high yield, right? They want to make money, and we know that. So the biggest challenge right now is that for smaller traders that want to participate in farming, they need to spend a lot of gas. They need to spend a lot on the gas fees, right? So it doesn't make sense for them. So what we are gonna do, like we're gonna give two options, like one for decentralized option, the other one is an access via custodian service, right? I'll start with the decentralized way. So every time, like I'm not sure if you farm or not, but we have a lot of experience in yield farming, and we know the pain that's bouncing between different protocols and spending a lot on gas, right? So at Bella, we have we have our flagship product called Flex Saving, Bella Flex Saving. We automate everything, right? So you only need one smart contract interaction, and we automate everything that goes to yield farming. So you only spend, I would say, like $3 to $5 on gas fee. It's very low compared to if you deposit in Curve, it's spend like I don't know $100 or something. And
okay, good. I have found another interesting question, in my opinion, from Predator Tests. Predator. He asks, will there be a relationship between ARPA and Bella rates on exchanges? For example, if ARPA grows, will Bella grows too? But I think it's going to be vice versa. Bella starting to be growth for the beginning because it's DeFi project, and then ARPA going, yes, behind of it.
Yeah, let me finish my answer for the last question, okay? Because I want to explain on the zero gas. So if people choose to use our custodian service, right? So we can aggregate maybe 10, maybe 100 people, depending on how many users, right? We can aggregate 100 orders together, and we find in sometime in the day that gas fee is low, and we execute that 100 orders in one smart contract transaction. So it's actually if you share it among all the users, it's going to be nearly zero, and we can just subsidize it with our own capital. So that's why it's called zero gas fee, because it is not decentralized, but I think it's very convenient. Some people will exchange convenience for not decentralized. I think we respect that. We give both choices. And now maybe Yemu can answer the correlation stuff.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. So for exchanges and the community as well as the resources, since Bella is a project that's incubated by ARPA team, Bella is going to share all of the resources that ARPA has, including exchange, community, as well as partners, right? And that's what we can be sure of. And then we are going to do several rounds of airdrops to ARPA users using Bella, and then vice versa might happen as well. So we can enrich the communities on both sides in that way, and then to expand the community further. And when there's community and when there's consensus, the price tend to not be too bad. So I cannot compare or comment on the correlation of the prices, but it's going to be beneficial for both tokens in the long run.
Okay, guys, please check the question what you want to ask for. Here are the. Just choose one of your wish.
Okay. Let's see here.
What blockchain will Bella token run on?
Yeah, I'm also looking at that question as well. Yeah, you're right.
It's the shortest, right?
Yeah.
the other one was too long. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will answer the Bella is a brand new project. What product does Bella think will be launched in 2020 to gain confidence in the investment community? Okay, that's a good question. So let me share our product lineup. So actually, originally we decided to launch our liquidity mining today. But then, like, we faced a lot of issues due to exchanges, because we are looking to be listed on some of the largest exchanges. So they want the initial circulation to be on their exchange, not in any DEXs. So that's why like we decide to postpone the liquidity mining for maybe a week or two. But like, trust me, like, good things are going to happen to Bella. And for the first product, it's going to be the liquidity mining. So which is going to be launched in a week or two. So basically, when people need to add liquidity in Curve, and also add liquidity. So depending on if they have holdings in ARPA, if they don't, they can add liquidity on Curve and log that LP token into our smart contract to get stake drop of Bell token. And if they have ARPA, they can go to Balancer. We have a pool there. They add liquidity into our ARPA USDC pool, and they log their BPT LP token into our smart contract to get Bell tokens. And the same with, we're gonna open up like a Balancer Bell USDC pool, and everyone who logged their liquidity there, they can get stake drop for Bella, right? So that is the first product. And the second product, which is our flagship, the most important one, is called Flex Saving. So I explained to you, like, this is an automated smart contract driven investment strategy, right? So there are a lot of protocols that you can do yield farming on, and people need to spend a lot of time, do a lot of research. I know it's painful, and it costs a lot of gas fees, right? So we aggregate so basically we use smart contract to aggregate orders, and then we just automatically allocate those funds into different strategies to get a decent return for the users. And also, like, if at the early stage, we are also gonna subsidize a lot of Bell tokens in order to have a very high yield using for people who use our Flex Savings. And maybe Yemu can explain the next step. And I have, like, sorry guys, I have to hop, because I have another AMA going on. It's in the Chinese community. We are very busy these days. So Yemu can answer all the questions. And
thank you for your being with us. Yeah, see you later.
Okay, bye guys.
Later. Yeah. So so it'll be just me then talking to you guys.
Okay.
So besides the two products that we just described, we were going to launch Bella One Click in October. So Bella One Click is designed to guide ordinary users like you and me through the complicated yield farming process just through one click. So just by one click, you can deposit your fund into Bella platform, and then your money will just grow. By the automated arbitraging strategies that's deployed by the platform, and then you don't need to do anything else. And then, and of course, throughout the process of the development, our codes and smart contracts is being audited by TruthBits and then PackShield, who are some of the best auditing firms in the world. So, we want to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that people around eager to know about interests based on the Bella, because all of us looking for the interest, they go to the compound, see that from 6 to 7% per year. From another platform, they are asking that 200, let's go to scam. That's why we are get ready. What's suggestion from your side by Bella?
So it'll be adjusted dynamically, depending on the amount of fund, as well as the number of participants in the pool, as well as the time, right? So, but I can tell you that in the very early stage of the mining, it will be on the larger double-digit side. So larger double-digit or smaller triple digits.
Okay, Felix have mentioned about 15% of interest. Is it very clear to that number or not, or something too high? Or too low?
It'll be higher. It'll be higher than that. 15 is what most of the people is expecting.
It's just willing to. It's just It's just they wish. You're completely right.
Exactly, and then that goes to another fundamentals of our prophecy, right? So we believe that stablecoin market is going to grow at least 10 to 30 times because of not only yield farming, but also the shorter crypto cycle, that gives rise to a higher return in the crypto world than the traditional USD or RMB or other, fiat world. So, in the real world, people can get only single digits, and it's probably on the lower side of single digits when you do asset management for your US dollars. But in the crypto world, it can be easily double digit and probably, close to 20 or 30 in the long run. So that will cause smart money to do arbitrage between US dollar product and USDT or USDC or other stablecoin dominated products. So that will cause the stablecoin market to grow even further as a saving tool or an asset management tool rather than a trading tool. So that's our fundamental belief.
Completely agree. I'm going forward, yes, and choose another question. Just go a little bit, yes, down. Okay. I love this one from Old Tom. What exactly will Bella protocol perform in DeFi? Today, more and more projects appears in DeFi. Why should they choose Bella or ARPA, and with Bella and ARPA as well? Yes, it's a good question,
It's a very good question. So, as the co-founder of both ARPA and Bella, I like to introduce, everyone to Bella and ARPA. Well, first of all, ARPA was born in the bear market, and then we have been around for quite some time, and we have been achieving so much in the last year alone. And then we are growing even faster as time progresses. And then Bella, growing out of ARPA, we have a strong track record and we have a strong team. And then we have a passion for decentralized world as well as crypto. So we are here to stay. And then Bella is addressing some of the largest pain points that's in the DeFi space and crypto space right now, which is, again, I can't emphasize enough, that's hefty transaction fees, really difficult user interface, and then high barrier to entry for ordinary users like you and me because of the interaction of smart contracts. And then we are addressing them all. So this is one of a kind. And then we were doing what's called a hybrid finance. So that's between centralized finance and decentralized finance. And we do believe that it's going to be a transition phase for people to transition from centralized finance to decentralized finance world. Because it takes time, and people need to be accustomed to it, and then we can provide a bridge between decentralized and the decentralized finance world. And then Felix and myself both have background in finance. So I worked for a company called Fidelity Investments before. It's one of the largest funds in the world, and also one of the largest asset managers. And Felix, worked for a Fosun Group, which is one of the largest asset managers in China as well. So we have strong track record.
Okay, yep. Good, Yemu. Yes, if you don't mind, yes, we have one of the questionnaires. What the people who are making questions, yes, to you on that platform appears also here with us. I don't find his questions, yes, correctly. Alexei, please turn on your mic, and we try to ask your question as well.
Hello, guys. It's nice to meet you. The problem for the multi-party or distributed computation made secure is usually that it's only CPU friendly. So my question is your ARPA multi-party computation supports CUDA or GPGPU in common? And does it support CUDA with NVLink that was emerging for last year and made literally revolution in the multi-GPU calculations? And can it support OpenMPI? That's why I'm asking, because whatever you use, trusted execution environment, MPC or homomorphic encryption, you have a lot of computation to perform to provide the security. And GPGPU and distributed calculations like OpenMPI based are very handy to help you at this matter. So my question is, do you utilize these architectures? And if you do, how deeply do you do this?
Yes, well, that's a very technical question. And I will try to address your question to the best of my knowledge. So first of all, ARPA's multi-party computation is based on secure sharing, and we are working with some of the best research institutions in the world to implement this amazing technology, right? So you mentioned, homomorphic encryption and other encryption technologies. They have different applications in different scenarios. So in the three enterprises that we are currently partnering with, so JD.com, Sanocam, and the other company that we are doing a NDA with, we are exploring the implementation of MPC in the real business setting. So in risk management as well as the blacklist sharing. Well, there are pros and cons for MPC compared to ZKP or trusted hardware or homomorphic encryption. But the reason why we are launching Bella through ARPA is that the threshold signature technology that's enabled by MPC can enable cross-chain interoperability for DeFi in the long run. So that's why we're doing it. Yep.
Okay, Yemu, till we don't running out of the time, we have one more question to asking for you personally. Yes, just choose them, and I think, I think the question about ARPA, can ARPA beat other top coins like TRX, LTC about the lowest transaction and fee and confirmation about transactions time? What strength can be helped ARPA to do that? We're talking about future in my understanding. Yes, what's going to be?
So I guess, I'd like to make this clarification on ARPA. So ARPA is a layer 2 solution for privacy preserving computation that's based on Ethereum chain. So we're based on Ethereum. It's not a public chain itself. So it takes a lot of effort in community building as well as marketing and partnership and the fundamentals to build up the consensus on the token itself, right? So I don't comment on token prices, but I can tell you the on-chain number of wallets of ARPA is growing steadily and healthily for the past year, and then we are being listed on some of the largest exchanges, and for the transaction fees that you're meaning, what Bella can achieve. So Bella is actually lowering the transaction fees when you do transactions or transfers of funds or yield farming on DeFi platforms through our own product. But the transaction fee and the speed itself really depends on the infrastructure of Ethereum, and I do believe that Ethereum 2.0 will address these questions, in a better way than the current situation. And then I'm also very bullish on some of the layer 2 scaling solutions can boost up the speed or the transaction speed of Ethereum chain.
Completely agree with you, Yemu. I think we are going to finalize today's AMA session. It's not just like people don't asking everything, what do you think? Everything is about project, everything is about Bella. Just give us a little bit more information. What's the future of Bella platform? What it looks like and how DeFi will make it, it's already viral, it's already overheated, but we know how it deeply works as technical, as good solution and good instrument to make it our world, our blockchain world, much more better.
For sure. So our team is not entering the DeFi space because of the hype. So as we mentioned, we started to looking at the industry and the DeFi space back in 2019. And then we have started, our idea forming and product, idealization as well as the technical the development in March. And then we are now in the final stage of the product, the development. And then we are launching our first liquidity mining product in one week or two, and then we are launching our formal products in October. So Bella is a suite of DeFi products. We want to be the BlackRock of the crypto world, meaning we want to be an asset manager for normal users like you and me, to make you benefit from the growth of the crypto world. And the idea behind all the design of the product is one click. So through elegant and simple product design and interaction, people can just use one click and then sit back and relax and watch their money grow. And that addresses the current pain points of the DeFi industry. And DeFi is such a small circle that's being dominated by whales, geeks, and institutions, and we want to change that. And ARPA provides technical support for Bella, and then the development of Bella will feed back to the ARPA ecosystem, and then these two projects will grow hand in hand and we'll have a lot of good synergies together. That's what we envision. Yeah, the relationship between ARPA and Bella. And I'd like to thank you guys so much for having me. And feel free to ask me any questions through Telegram. And then we have our Telegram group called ARPA Official, and then Bella Protocol. You're more than welcome to follow us on Twitter, as well. We are pretty active on Twitter. And then our community managers, as well as myself and Felix, will do our best to address your questions anytime.
Indeed, Yemu. Yes, for sure. My pleasure to have you and your co-founder, your co-founder and CEO of the project, Felix, as well. I want to thanks a lot, say thank words to Nika Nikin, to Jan Havansky, CoinDart platform. We are co-organizer of the this event as well. Guys, we are going to finish our MS session for today. I'm sure that we will meet each other many, many times because we are on this growth mic and making this world much more better together in cooperation and communication. Just let me finish for today. Say goodbye for you. See you later. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.